literally, silence speaks volumes. Silence speaks volume. Like, all right. Let's get into it. What's going on, y'all? It's your girl, Tricuria, and you are tuned in for yet another video. Today's video, we are talking about the art of silence. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So, I feel like it's been like trending, like the art of silence, be silent in order to make your statement, make a power move and be silent. But you all, literally, silence speaks volumes. Silence speaks volume. Like, really, when you want to go deeper and really grasp an understanding, just shut up. Just be quiet. Take that moment of reflection. Take that moment of pause. Take that moment to just simply be. Because a lot of times when you take that moment of reflection, take that moment of pause, take that moment to simply be, you'll realize like whatever is happening, it doesn't even need my response. So let's really get into how I practice the art of silence and how practical tips to help you practice the art of silence. So I feel like we live in an era that really glorifies busyness, like always on the go, always being busy, never having really a moment to pause and really think and reflect. And honestly, you all, a great way to start practicing the art of silence is silent mornings. Like, okay, let's be honest. If you have children, it might be a little bit difficult, but get up before your children get up. Like 30 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, like doing your daily routine in the morning and just being silent, not scrolling on your phone, not doing anything with electronics, but just like be. Reflect, pause, and be. I'm telling you all, that is one way that has really magnified just practicing the art of silence in my life in the morning. Usually I'm not talking too much before I need to go and do my daily activities, etc. And I have found that it gives me that time to kind of just like set my intentions for the day, prepare for the day, do my affirmations and get in that mode, say my prayers, what have you, and get in that mode to really like take on the day. And it has nurtured me in the sense that I'm able to like have that fresh start. Again, like I said, like if you have children, it might be a little bit difficult, but try to schedule your morning routine where you wake up a little bit earlier than your children so that you can have that time to just not say anything. I wanted to say something else, but just not say anything. And you will realize that your thoughts are more clear, you have more clarity, you have more direction when you begin to do this. So moving beyond just like starting your day in a reflective mode, I found that like taking walks, being in nature, really can aid in practicing the art of silence. Like, I know that this is honestly, it's it sounds like, oh yeah, like let me just be silent for a little bit. But if you consciously think about it, for some people, it's really not that easy just to be, to reflect, to pause and be. So going on walks, being in nature are is one way that I practice silence. Usually when I'm on my walks, I don't really talk too much. If I'm in nature, like I'm more like just being a sponge. I'm absorbing, I'm being reflective. And this has been one of the ways that I practice silence. Now, beyond, waking up in the morning, being silent, going on nature walks, I will also say that, like, usually when I'm in transition somewhere, and maybe it's just because of like geographically where I live, but like if I'm in a taxi or something like that, or I'm on my way here, I'm on my way there, I don't usually talk too much. Like, for example, if I'm done running my errands for the day, I'm in a taxi on my way home, like I kind of use that moment as a time to reflect and just like, I might be on my phone or doing something, or, you know, uh, just simply like closing my eyes, just to like take that moment, because maybe it's more like of an introvert feeling, just needing that time to like recuperate. Like, and I know some people are like extroverts, so they need to be around people, they need to be doing this, talking, da da da, and that's how they get their cup filled. But for our introverts, let's lean in. Take your moments. It's okay. It's okay to take your moments. You don't have to, feel guilty about it. You don't have to feel like, oh, but this person needs me, this person needs me. Take your moments. It's okay to take your time. You deserve it. Like, you've been put on this earth for a specific reason, and if you need your time to recuperate, however that may look, and if that's being silent, it's okay. So I literally used to do this thing where I would be silent for like 12 hours out the day. Like, I'll be around people, but like I'll let them know beforehand, like, oh, I'm not talking tomorrow, like, or I'll write it down, like, or I'll text like, hey, I'm having a moment of reflection today. I'll talk to you a little bit later. Because when you take yourself seriously to say, like, let me just listen. You know that saying, it's like we have two ears for a reason, one mouth for a reason. Like, you have two ears to just listen, to absorb, and you have one mouth to, speak. So take your time to listen. Take your time not to say anything. Like, I'm curious about this now. Like, how many of you have really taken the time out of one day to not say anything? It's easier if you're at home, yes. Like, if you're out in public and you're just like, people might be like, okay, what's wrong with them, or whatever, or, or do I need to start, speaking in sign language or whatever, which is nothing wrong with that. Like, I actually want to be able to sign very well. I'm learning. Well, I knew the alphabet. Let me just stop while I'm ahead. But and there's no way to like be facetious or anything, but just like, there are many ways to communicate in this life, and you don't always have to speak. And so I know a lot of people have been using this as a tactic of like, revenge in a sense, like not speaking, not saying anything, like just, oh, they ghosted me, so I'm gonna be silent, I'm gonna do this. And y'all, honestly, it can be a power move if the person that you are hoping to get their attention, like it does send a message to say like, okay, they're not even giving me the time of day to reply to me, to say anything, to call me. They're just kind of like doing their own thing and going about their life. It does send a message, but we don't want to use silence as a tactic of revenge. We want to use silence as a position of power. The new song by Frank Forrest, sometimes you gotta say la, hey, don't speak for a minute. Hey, say la, say la. It ain't all about what you say, it's the moments in between. Sometimes you gotta say la, hey. That's really the concept, because sometimes we're in a rush, and a lot of professionals know this. A lot of business owners know this. A lot of people who are in positions of power understand this. That moment of pause. If you take 3 to 5 seconds to just pause, let's say 3 to 7 seconds to just pause, sometimes people are eager to fill in those gaps, because it's something about silence that kind of makes most people uncomfortable generally. So if you are one of those people that it makes uncomfortable, why not start practicing? Great things never came from our comfort zone. Good things might have, but great things, it takes time to step outside your comfort zone. So I implore you today to step outside your comfort zone. Be silent. If it's only 15 minutes in the morning, start practicing the art of silence. If it's on your way from work, put your headphones in, be silent. Put some jazz music on. Put some, some music on where you don't have to think too much. Classical music. And practice the art of silence. Go out for a walk. Be in nature. And use it as a position of power, because at the end of the day, we have the tools. We just need to be able to really utilize these tools in a way that would promote us. And when you are silent, you begin to get a clearer understanding. You begin to learn the things that are around you, and then you begin to realize that really it ain't really no need for me to respond. It's no need for me to rebuttal. As my mom always say, pick and choose your battles. There's no need for me to say anything. My presence alone is enough. So I hope that you gathered some tokens from today's video. If you have made it this far, you are the real MVP. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. So until next time, it's your girl Tricurious signing off. Peace.